Hey girls, it's Clancy, and today I'm going to be doing the long-awaited braces FAQ video, where about over a year ago, you guys asked all the questions that you want to know about your braces, and I'm so sorry that I never did it. It's just that at that time I still had braces, so I couldn't answer, I realized, half the questions, like what it's like to get them off. As you can tell, I don't have braces nowadays. And so, I waited till, I got all my braces off, everything was good, blah, 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 to do this video. And so it's been a long time, but I'm sure we have some new people who are curious now, and all that matters is that this video is up now, so I'm sorry, but, yeah. So I figured let's just get right into it, and let's do the braces FAQ video. So I wrote down all of your guys' questions, your many, many, many questions, because I know that I was so nervous when I was first getting my braces on or whatever. I didn't know what it was going to be like, blah, 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 and I wish I knew about YouTube back then, but I didn't. So, yeah, I'm just going to get right into it. Okay, question number 1. How do I know I need braces, slash, should I get them? Alright, so how do you know? So basically your dentist is going to tell you. You don't need to be like, oh, let me make an appointment with an orthodontist to see if I should get them. No, your dentist is going to tell you. My teeth looked perfectly straight, and then I'll never forget, well, it's not like it was a big moment, but, like, I just remember. I'm like, I'll never forget this moment. No. I just remember. All of a sudden she was like, oh, bite down, and I was like, alright. And she was like, oh, wait, bite down again? And I was like, alright. She's like, again, and I was like, listen, lady, like, is there a problem over here? And then she was like, she, like, made my mom come in, and she was like, I think she's going to need braces. She has an overbite. So I'm going to recommend you an orthodontist. And I met up with the orthodontist. We had, like, a little meeting, and he was like, yep, you got an overbite. And that's, so your dentist will tell you. Do you have to get spacers, and do they hurt? I personally had to because my teeth were very refined. At a young age, like, well, for example, I was in 7th grade, you probably will need spacers because your mouth is so tight and packed together because you haven't finished growing. So spacers you probably will need. Spacers are no problem at all. They're like these little, like, squares, and he just stuck them right between my back teeth. At that point, I never had any work done on my teeth or mouth before, so they were so new to me, and I was like, oh my gosh, and they actually caused me mild pain. When I say mild pain, I mean nothing compared to anything. Like, it was just like discomfort, maybe. It wasn't pain at all. I didn't even need to take Tylenol for it or anything. I guess it does depend on how much your teeth do need to shift, though. But for me, it wasn't really a problem. It was just very different for me. What colors do you recommend? Personally, I recommend no colors. I recommend, I just don't really, I feel like when people come in with, like, bright this and bright that and like a metal mouth, I feel like it doesn't really look that good, personally. However, if you're young and you just want to have, like, fun with it, definitely. I remember every single time I would either get no color, just like metal, or a very light pink. But yeah, so, I definitely, don't recommend going crazy with it, like orange. And what colors do you recommend to never ever get? And that would be yellow and black. Yellow is going to make your teeth look very, very dirty. Yellow is going to make your teeth look very dirty. And black is just going to, I don't know. Do you recommend getting clear braces? Personally, I don't. Very, very dirty. I personally don't recommend clear braces because the truth of the matter is they're not clear. Like, they're there. They're not clear. They're noticeable. Does it hurt to get them on? As you're getting them on, like, as he's putting them on, it doesn't really hurt. Pressure is really the key word in this because there was a lot of pressure being applied to my teeth, but there's never any time where I was like, my God! No, so it really didn't hurt when I got them on. It felt very tight and very pressured, but did not hurt. How long does the pain last while they're on? Which leads me to, it didn't really hurt. That night, I started feeling, like, pain. Definitely pain. I remember my mom took me to 7-Eleven and bought me, like, those Entenmann, no, not the Entenmann's, I forget the name. They're, like, the brown, like, little bag cookies. And I remember I couldn't really eat them, and I was like, eh. And I'll never forget, it just hurt a little. But then, I'll never forget, I woke up the next morning, I thought I was going to cry. It was very painful. And now, look, I'm not trying to scare you guys. I'm just telling you the truth. Would you rather me lie to you and be like, oh, it didn't hurt, or tell you the truth? So I'm just telling you the truth. It definitely did hurt me a lot. I took Tylenol. After Tylenol, I remember I didn't even want to talk. Like, it just hurt to, like, even, like, move my mouth. I was like, oh, yeah. But the fact of the matter is that, the pain, I remember even my orthodontist called that night and he was like, how's she feeling? He knew. I was like, you knew I would be going through this, pal. I regretted getting braces at that point. I was like, oh my gosh, the pain. And, I remember it was just so bad. It felt like my teeth were glass and like they were gonna fall out. And I just wanted to rip my braces off. Luckily, I didn't. And the pain lasted for, I'd say, about 3 days. About 3 days. It does vary, though. But with me, the thing is, though, like, I had an overbite, so my teeth had to shift so much, so it was a lot of pain. How often do you have to go to the orthodontist? Mom? Yeah. How often did I have to go to the orthodontist when I had braces?
Oh, like once a month, maybe?
Once a month?
Or every 6 weeks, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it was every 6 weeks.
I think it's on his website.
I think it was every 6 weeks. Yeah, Mom, I'm not going to do that. Thanks, though. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I had to go about every 6 weeks, about, estimated. Do they cut your mouth often? I just started. I'm going to restart that because then people are going to think I have like a stuttering problem, but I don't. I truthfully don't. I'm just going to restart that and pretend it never happened. Do they cut your mouth often? Personally, not for me. Maybe in my 3 years of having braces, I had braces for almost 3 years, I got like 1 cut, and it wasn't really a big deal at all. It's kind of just like, does food get stuck in your teeth often? I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it does. And when I first heard this, I was like, are you kidding me? But you kind of just get used to it. Like, you kind of get used to, you go like that every time after you eat. You get used to having little methods. I had like little methods to get food out. Disgusting, I know. What tools should I use to maintain my teeth with braces? Well, for dental floss, obviously, if you have a bar, you can't just use regular dental floss. I mean, you could like kind of weave it in, and they take like a half hour. So they have a special dental floss. It like is able to get in between, and you go like that, and it works completely well. It will definitely be in any drugstore in like the teeth aisle, or you can ask your orthodontist for a like special prescribed whatever he recommends wherever you go, whatever. I also do recommend a firm toothbrush. It's going to get in between each like bracket and in between each like bar. Very well. So firm toothbrush would do that. Also, a special fluoride mouthwash is very essential. I remember my orthodontist gave it to me and he said, you have to use this every single night, no matter what. Truthfully, I'm going to tell you guys that I used it maybe like 50% of the time, 25%. Personally, I didn't, because when you have braces, you can't get to a lot of spots in your teeth. That's just the fact of the matter. So that thing is really essential. I really should have used it because honestly, I really could have gotten a cavity and that really would not have been good. And if my orthodontist is watching this, I lied to him every time. I was like, yeah, I'm using it like 5 times a day. Can I really not chew gum or eat candy? And what can and can't you eat? The truth is, everyone, almost, I'd say 99% of the people do chew gum and do eat candy when they have braces. I did it. I was a gum chewer. I was a candy eater. Candy, they just want to get stuck, and then if you pull it out, it's going to loosen everything. And you know what I realized? For every time I chewed gum, it probably extended my procedure that much longer. Chewing gum is the type of thing where it's like, oh, I'm chewing gum, nothing's happening, everything's fine. But in the long run, it's one of those things where it's like you can't see it now, but in the long run, it's going to affect it, so I probably should not have chewed gum. And I honestly, if you want to get your braces off quickly, just don't chew gum. It's not a big deal. It's not the end of the world. I feel like it's like if you never... Oh, is that a red rose in my tree? Oh my gosh. Out of all of the guys, look at this. I'll show you. Oh my gosh. Do you guys see that? Alright, those are my trees outside. And there's a random... Where is it? Where is it? Red rose. Oh, never mind. That's a leaf. That is so awkward. That is so awkward. That is so awkward. That was a leaf. Oh my gosh. I feel so awkward. I should just go jump off a cliff. I should have seen that one coming. So in the long run, you probably shouldn't chew gum because especially if you have an overbite, it's gonna make the procedure definitely longer. But you can. I mean, come on. Like every once in a while, you definitely can. And what can and can't you eat? I remember he gave me a card and was like, don't eat hard food, you know, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what am I gonna eat? Mush baby food the rest of my life? No. Honestly, personally, I just stuck to the same exact appetite as I did normally and everything was fine. I mean, it wasn't really a big deal at all. As I was getting them off, it definitely did not hurt at all, and it was definitely pain-free. It was just a lot of pressure and a lot of, like, OCD cringing. It was like nails on a chalkboard, basically, but it was doable, and you were just so excited to get them off that it doesn't even matter. Like, they could stick pins in my eyeballs, and I wouldn't care. Actually, I probably would, but whatever. What is a retainer, and how often do you have to wear it? A retainer is what you wear after you get your braces off. It's to keep, they take a mold of your teeth, dreaded molds where they have to put the stuff in your mouth, and so it's like a mold of your teeth, and they hand it to you. Well, I mean, obviously they hand it to you, and you have to wear it every single night. It does not matter, though. Like, honestly, like, don't be like, oh my god, I just wear a retainer. No one's gonna see it. It's in your sleep. It's so comforting for me to even wear it. Like, I actually love it. And yeah, so you wear it, and it just makes sure your teeth do not shift back to how they normally would want to go. Do braces affect your speech? Personally, I never felt a difference in my speech. However, my mother told me braces made me talk completely, like, different. However, another however, I mean, 2 hours in a sentence. As anyone in this world could know, I speak incredibly fast, meaning my speech gets so slurred and messed up, and like, I miss words, I miss letters, so I have completely messed up speech as it is. So I don't think it was my braces my mom was referring to. I think it was just me in general, and she just blamed it on the braces, yet it was not the braces' fault, it was my fault. So I personally don't think they affect your speech. No. How long does it take to get your braces on? Taken off? It takes about, to get them on, I think it took like over an hour. To get them off, it took like under 5 minutes. How long do you have to have braces? It totally depends. If you have just crooked teeth, it's going to take you like less than a year. However, I had an overbite to deal with. That took almost 3 years. It really depends. Do they hurt worse when they're tightened or first put on? I'd say first put on, but that's because I was not used to the pain. By the time they were tightened, every time I kind of got used to the pain. At first, it was like a shock. I was like, ah! But then I was like, ah! You know, you feel me? But yeah, I'm telling you, the pain isn't really like, it's just like, you get used to it, and it does hurt, but it's like, it's part of life, and it really is worth it. Does it feel weird when you get them off? Yes. I could not stop licking my teeth. I was like, they're so weird and slimy, and like, yeah, like, I was like, oh my gosh, like, Do your brackets on your braces break often? And that was the last question. Personally, mine never broke. I never had a problem with that at all. I was just, wasn't even that careful, to be quite honest. I was a careless little child, what can I say? But, yeah, they never broke and I never had a problem. But, yeah, those are all the questions that you guys asked. Don't be nervous to get them on. Be excited that you are that much closer to getting perfect teeth. And in the end, if I didn't have braces, if I didn't go through 3 years of, not torture, it wasn't torture, they didn't take over my life, but 3 years of maybe not exactly the ideal teeth feeling. I don't even know where I was going with that. Like, I have no idea what the sentence was saying. But basically, I'm so thankful that I went through it. So I'm gonna go, but I will talk to you guys later. And yeah, be happy to be smiling. Okay, so I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Can we just have a throwback right now at what I looked like when I made the braces FAQ video? I was just looking at it on my laptop, just like, oh, let's just see. Oh my gosh! Let's have a throwback, shall we, of what I looked like? Yeah, I think so.
Hey girls, okay, so it's Clancy, and I decided to do a braces FAQ video.
Oh my gosh!